Hello guys and welcome back to Total Extreme Wrestling 2013 TNA. This is Season 2 and it is Episode 7? 7 or 8? That seems right. We have a 4.54 rating on Spike that is up from a 4.42 and a 2.02 which is again up from a 1.95 on Destination America. This is the go home show for TNA Against All Odds. And that will be the next show you'll see. We have 5 pre-show matches and 15 segments. So let's get running with the show, guys. We're also in California tonight at the Fresno Convention Center. Start us off, we have a match that has some good action and average heat. Bobby Roode defeated Lashley in 8 minutes 11 seconds by pinfall with a Roode bomb. Bad rating because I only let them go 8 minutes, so a lot less length than they should have had. And then we see Low Key versus Kamara in a match that they don't seem to click at all. And about to have solid in-ring action, but not much in the way of heat. Kamara defeated Low Key in 8 minutes 12 seconds by pinfall with a Kamara's Rage. They don't click at all, which sucks. They got a 44D, and Kamara's improving in performance skills. Just trying to get people like Kamara and Kenny Doan over so we can use them to challenge in the X Division later. In a bout that had solid in-ring action, but not much in the way of heat, Kenny Doan defeated Shark Boy in 8 minutes 22 seconds by pinfall with a sky-high leg drop. No work skill improvements, 44D. Then next we have a good match for the pre-show, and a match that had some good action and average heat. London and Kendrick defeated the Motor City Machine Guns in 7 minutes 31 seconds when Paul London defeated Chris Sabin by pinfall with a London calling. Alex Shelley was really off his game. Brian Kendrick was really off his game. Both teams have great chemistry, of course. No work skill improvements. Then we have another tag match in which we see a match that has some good action and average heat. The Wolves defeated EC3, Ethan Carter III, and Tyrus in 8 minutes 18 seconds when Eddie Edwards defeated Tyrus by pinfall with a chin checker. Both teams displayed excellent chemistry, of course. Eddie Edwards is improving in rumble skills. It's nice, 72B minus. That ends the pre-show, and we get our first A rating here. It's an 89 rating. John Hannigan comes down to the ring. He takes the microphone and starts talking to the crowd, saying, "It's not my fault. My team lost last week in the 3 versus 3 match." And he's basically challenging Kurt Angle to a match on tonight's episode of Impact. That will be the main event of the match. So that's good. 89A, that's very promising. It's already booked in. Then we see the show that I told you the match that I told you we would see on this episode, last episode, in a match that had some good action and average heat. Samoa Joe and Magnus defeated Mr. Anderson and Bram in 14 minutes 28 seconds when Samoa Joe defeated Bram by submission with a Kina clutch. Bram was really off his game tonight. Samoa Joe and Magnus had great chemistry together when teaming together. That is expected considering they were a former tag team. Alright. 64C, not the greatest match to open the show, but it's alright. Then Bram and Mr. Anderson have to be held apart from Samoa Joe and Magnus by security, but continue to brawl regardless. I feel like I felt like this would be a decent way to mesh these two feuds together just to build some heat onto them and create more space on the show. But the ratings aren't that great, but I mean the storylines advance, so that's all good. Then we see James Storm again talking to a stable about the higher power. He describes the higher power to be a darkness the likes we have never seen before. And I got a 58C minus rating. And we see a match that has some good action and average heat. Revolution, James Storm and Abyss defeated Eric Young and Gunner in 10 minutes 54 seconds by pinfall when Abyss defeated Gunner with a Black Hole Slam 62C, giving the Revolution some momentum to build up towards their higher power thing. Gunner is improving in technical and performance skills. Then we see Eric Young and Gunner are not celebrating their victory in the ring. They're still down, and James Storm, Abyss, Mannequin, and Sonata run in and attack, beating them all down into the mat. They got a 39D minus because they're all rated on overness, and Manic and Sonata are lower mid carders, and maybe Manic's an opener and Sonata is a mid carder, so not the greatest overness ratings there. And then we have a match that has some good action and average heat. Kenny King defeated the returning Jay Lethal in 8 minutes 39 seconds by pinfall. Jay Lethal has debuted his show stealer gimmick. It's got an initial 80 rating. Kenny King cannot go all out. Video is shown to promote Adam Cole. Still trying to hype him up, get his momentum up and whatnot. Trying to hype him up for future storylines and whatnot. The Wolves have a heated confrontation with London and Kendrick backstage, but are held apart by security before anything can transpire. Hammer out. Brian Kendrick and Paul London are penalized for soft drug habits. That's a very big problem because they continuously get in trouble because of my drug testing policy for being soft drug users. Really sucks. And then we had a match that had some good action and average heat. Drew Galloway defeated Kazarian in 13 minutes 21 seconds by pinfall with a Future Shock DDT. 63. I'm not thinking this show's going to be good. Not good enough ratings. Although 75B minus was alright. That's alright segment. Drew Galloway and Jeff Jarrett are in the ring talking about how good they are. Hyping up their match with Kurt and Aries at Against All Odds, yeah. That's it. And then an extremely poor match. Wow. Taryn Terrell defeated Brittany in 6 minutes 49 seconds by pinfall with a Taryn cutter. Apparently Brittany and Taryn Terrell have great chemistry and it showed in their performance. It's kind of sad considering it was only a 30-60 minus rating, which is terrible even for a knockouts match. And then we see John Hennigan, who has an interview by Jeremy Borash in which he goes off on a rant about how much he hates Bobby Roode, saying he's going to win a title this Sunday at Against All Odds. And we have about that featured great action and a good crowd. John Hennigan defeated Kurt Angle in 15 minutes 50 seconds by pinfall with a super kick, following interference from Ethan Carter III. 79B rating. Good match. And then Kurt Angle is again not celebrating his victory in the ring, but EC3 and Tyrus run in and attack, beating Kurt Angle down into the mat. Sorry. Ethan Carter III and Tyrus have joined the Authority. It will now be a 3 versus 3 match Against All Odds, and Kurt needs to find himself a third partner. Got a 74B minus rating. Impressive, considering all the not great ratings, like a 36 and a 42. The show increased their popularity in 22 regions, and the show lost its popularity in 1 region. That would be the Tri-State region. Anyways, guys, this is going to be the end of this episode. Thanks for watching. The next episode you will see will be will be Against All Odds. So let's hope that goes well. Thanks for watching, guys, and as always, leave a comment, subscribe, like the video. Bye.